But I wanted to thank everybody for their comments. I appreciate the comments, likes, dislikes, whatever, you know, keep it coming. And I apologize if I don't respond to things like I should. Sometimes I get busy with other things and I don't really pay as much attention to it as I should. Remember, your body acts as a counterweight. You lean into the corner, you can actually straighten up the bike a little more and take a tighter corner. Brake before the corner. Try not to brake much. If you do brake any in the corner, lightly on the rear brake. You know, even if your bike has ABS like this does, don't count on it working. Yeah, I mean, it'll work in an emergency. But I'd rather not count on it if I don't have to. It's there if I need it, but I'm not going to count on it. Not for normal driving. In an emergency, I'm hoping it's there and hoping it works just fine. And you get out in a parking lot or on a nice straight stretch of road, there's nobody around, and try it and see if it works. And you need to learn how far your bike can lean into a corner without scraping. I've noticed once I put these wider tires on, I can lean a little bit further. You know, I did scrape once after I got this, but I haven't scraped it again since then. And I've had some pretty good leans on it. So if you're leaning over quite a bit, get on the opposite side of that lane, allow yourself some room to lean, especially if you're leaning into traffic. You don't want to cut it too close. You want to leave yourself some maneuvering room. You don't want your head coming real close to oncoming traffic and then all of a sudden you have to swerve just a little bit. You want to give yourself a little bit of room. Cornering is something you really need to practice. So you need to take it easy until you get to the point where you can do the corners real good. And when you can get yourself out of a bind, if you overshoot the corner a little bit, you need to know how to adjust a little bit to try and get yourself back in line without wrecking. So like on this, I'm taking the right corner, I'll start off on the left a little bit. Go a little bit towards the middle. Depending if it was a tighter corner. That was a pretty mild corner. Shoulder closed. Uh-oh, be careful on this. That could mean a lot of things. Could mean part of the road washed out. There could be gravel. Yeah, it looks like part of the road corner they're washed out. You've got to be careful. Sometimes they'll patch some of that and leave some gravel behind. You hit a nice patch of gravel, if you're leaned over too far, you're up a creek. You got to remember that you may not be able to take these corners as fast as a car does. You may have cars backing up behind you a little bit, but oh well. Don't let people push you. Don't get nervous and try to do something stupid. If they have to wait, let them wait. You know, when you get on some of these, you know, during the summer, you kind of want to just kind of cruise and enjoy the ride. Sometimes I'll pull over and just let cars go by just to get them off my ass so that I can enjoy the ride a little bit. Sometimes I want to just lean back and enjoy the ride, not just go as fast as I can. Alright, which way are we going? Well, let's just keep going straight. You really have to get a feel for your bike and what you can or can't do, you know, on corners, braking, and everything. Every bike is a little bit different, just like every car is a little bit different. You have to get used to it, used to what it's capable of, what you're capable of. If you don't have enough experience with that bike, take it easier on the corners until you get enough experience with it. Then you can go a little faster. But still, don't get going crazy on corners. Overshooting a corner is a cause of a lot of motorcycle accidents. Like I said, if you need to brake, use the back brake. But lightly. You don't want to be sliding that wheel or that tire in the middle of a corner. And if you got gravel or something, don't hit that brake. Try to glide right through it if possible. These corners can be deadly. It's real easy for new riders to overshoot these corners. Even an experienced rider, sometimes they'll overshoot a corner. But you need to know how to use your body as a counterweight. Should help you adjust that a little bit if you need to. Start overshooting the corner, you actually lean your body into the corner and straighten up the motorcycle, and you can get a tighter turn. Use engine braking a little bit. So keep your RPMs up there and use the engine braking to slow down on some of these corners rather than using the brakes so much. So don't chug it along at a low RPM. Keep it up there a little bit to where you got a little more control. Keep an eye on the road up ahead. Don't look down right in front of you quite so much. You need to keep an eye on the road and people up ahead and everything. And sometimes these corners don't give you much warning as to the speed of them or anything. Washington State here, they're usually pretty good about giving you the speed at what they recommend that corner, but not always. Alright, here we go. Alder Lake. This is a lake that was created by a dam. So there's still a lot of tree stumps out in the middle of the lake. Should be pretty much full of water at the moment. Yep. Sometimes during the summer, this thing they use all the water out of there, and it's pretty well dried up, depending on how it's snowpack in the mountains and what's melting.